Hola amigos, ¿qué tal? Stuart here from Spain Speaks. With the Spain news update, we'll have a look at some of the main stories that have caught my attention in the press here today in Spain, and we'll also take a look at some comments that have been left on the channel in recent times. Before I begin, a huge thanks to all of the people that have supported the channel in recent times, whether it's by buying me a coffee, whether it's through the super thanks option on YouTube, whether it's my longer term supporters on Patreon, or the channel members of this YouTube channel. Thank you very much for that support. Now, straight into the news, and one piece of news dominating the press today, of course, the election results from yesterday's European Union elections, and as usual, a good result for some political parties and a bad result for others. And as we can read here, the Partido Popular wins European elections with 22 seats, the PSOE or Socialist Party holds on with 20 seats, and Vox rises to third position. The PP has won the European elections with 34.2% of the votes and 22 MEPs, two more than the PSOE, which is holding its ground with 30.2% of the votes. Vox rises to third position and will have 6 seats in the European Parliament with 9.62% of the votes, and is ahead of Ahora Republicanas, which rises to fourth position. Sumar enters the European Parliament in its first elections with 3 representatives, the same as those obtained by another force that breaks through for the first time, Se Acabó la Fiesta, the grouping of voters of the ultra-right agitator Alvise Pérez. Podemos falls to 7th position with 2 representatives, while Junts UE and CEUS, the PNV and Coalition Canaria, get 1 MEP each. Ciudadanos signs the chronicle of death foretold and loses its European representation. So there we go, the Partido Popular obtaining the most votes here in Spain in yesterday's European elections, 34.2% of the vote to be exact, exactly 4 percentage points more than the other main political party here in Spain, the PSOE, which as we saw there got 30.2% of the vote. If we have a look at the breakdown by number of seats, we can see the PP 22 seats, the PSOE 20, Vox 6, Ahora 3 seats, Sumar 3 seats, SALF 3 seats, Podemos 2 seats, Junts 1 seat, and CEUS 1 seat. So a good day, as I said, for some political parties, for example the Partido Popular. I'm sure the PSOE party is not unhappy either. Average results for Sumar and Podemos, and the Citizens Party, Ciudadanos, has disappeared altogether. But one political party, a new political party, the SALF political party, Se Acabó la Fiesta, or the party is over political party, is the center of a lot of conversations today. But who is this political party and what do they stand for? Well, as we can read here, Alvise Pérez from Se Acabó la Fiesta, the party is over, bursts into Europe. Spain is a paradise for rapists, he says. Luis Alvise Pérez, leader of Se Acabó la Fiesta, has been one of the winners in these European elections in 2024 after winning 3 seats and equaling the result of parties such as Sumar and Republican parties. The grouping of voters has obtained 798,919 votes, or 4.59%. The political analyst appeared before hundreds of people in a well-known nightclub in Madrid to address his voters and lash out at the situation Spain is currently experiencing. Spain has become the party of criminals, of the corrupt, mercenaries, pedophiles and rapists, said Pérez in his speech. He also directly addressed the leader of the PSOE and Prime Minister, Pedro Sánchez. Pedro, get ready, you're on your way out. You'd better get in the boot of the car because we're going to put you in prison, he warned. So there we go, a new political party bursting onto the scene in these European elections. Se Acabó la Fiesta, the party is over, is its name. And according to that political party and its leader, Spain is a country of rapists and pedophiles. And a strong message for Mr. Sánchez from this new political party that he better get ready. His time has run out. Time to get in the boot of a car because they're going to take him to prison. And I thought the political party Vox was extreme, but compared to these guys, they pale in comparison. So for some 800,000 people that voted for this group yesterday, the party is over in Spain. Now the third piece of news we'll look at today, and it's a piece of news that puts into context the rise of tourist flats here in Spain. Lots of people people have jumped on the tourist flat bandwagon, turning their apartments into tourist flats, basically for the cash. And as we can read here, how to curb the tourist apartment craze. 60,000 euros of rent per year. If we live off tourism, it's difficult to put obstacles because the income is incredible. This is what Juan Antonio Sanchez, a retired man who lives with his wife at number 3 of Plaza Banés in Valencia, says resignedly. Their 100 square metre apartment occupies part of the second floor of a small century-old building in which half of the apartments are now rented. This area of Valencia, relatively central and very close to the historic centre, exemplifies the revaluation of the rental market. He bought his apartment 10 years ago for 135,000 euros when renting it cost 475 euros a month, according to Idealista. Today, this portal advertises rents in the same place for 1,200 euros, 3 times more than a decade ago. A report by the City Council of Valencia itself warns that the profitability of the tourist housing rental business can be a differential of 351% compared to the rental of housing regulated by the law of urban leases. That is to say, the 1,200 euros that a long-term tenant pays for this home is transformed into 5,400 euros per month, or more than 60,000 euros per year if it is rented out to tourists. So there we go, and it's a fairly simple equation for people that are renting out apartments in cities like Valencia here in Spain. 1,200 euros a month on that long-term rental market, or 5,400 euros a month on that short-term tourist rental market. Let me weigh up the two options and see which one I would choose. Well, you don't have to be Einstein to work out which one it would be, right? And the final piece of news today, and an interesting story for people that are in the market for a new set of tyres for their car here in Spain, and it is the rise of Chinese tyres in Spain. They cost half as much, but do they last as long as traditional tyres? The automotive market in Spain is characterised by a wide variety of vehicle brands for sale, but also in the producers of the essential elements for a car to be able to drive, such as tyres, brake fluids or fuels. With regard to tyres, in recent years, Chinese brands have been seeking access to this highly competitive market through a strategy based on cost reduction. However, some Spanish car owners have doubts about the durability and quality of this type of tyre from China. First of all, it is important to point out that the European tyre label certifies that these tyres from China comply with all the quality and safety standards of the European Union. Therefore, despite having a lower market price than other more traditional brands such as Yokohama, Firestone or Pirelli, their quality and durability is similar, and in some cases even higher. So there we go, and cheap Chinese tyres now an option for car owners here in Spain and other European countries. Are they any good, given that they cost a lot less than some of the more traditional brands? Well, according to that article, as we saw, the answer is yes. And I asked myself the question, is there a market left in this world that the Chinese are not dominating? That's the question. Now, let's have a look at some comments that have been left on the channel in recent times. First one here from Ken. California has a minimum wage of $16 an hour, $20 an hour for fast food workers. Substantial price increases and businesses closing in the sector. My city also has a minimum wage of $19.61 an hour for hotel workers. So a full-time McDonald's worker would be making €3,466.67 a month, and with today's exchange rate, that would be €3,218.27 a month. P.S. I agree with the comment by user Johnny Santos about homeless. Yeah, Ken, thanks for the comment, and thanks for highlighting some of the salaries that people are earning in those sectors in the United States. And let's be honest, a full-time McDonald's worker here in Spain on €3,200 a month, they could only dream. But as you also pointed out there, in order to get those wage increases, the price of food at these establishments has had to go up. And honestly speaking, I don't know whether customers of McDonald's here in Spain would be willing to pay more for their Big Mac in order to give workers in that McDonald's restaurant a rise in salary. But again, just my opinion. One here from Lee, why not just decriminalise cannabis use and controlling its quality and safety? Makes no sense when millions are using it anyway. Yeah, Lee, thanks for the comment, but as I have mentioned on this channel a couple of times over the last few months, cannabis use in this country is already decriminalised. It's not legal, but it is decriminalised. And what does that mean? Well, basically, you can carry a small amount of cannabis on your person and not have to worry about getting into serious trouble with the law. Can you smoke that cannabis in public? No. Can you smoke that cannabis at your own home? Yes. Can you buy cannabis in bulk and then sell it to other people? No. Can you grow a couple of cannabis plants in your backyard for your own personal use? Yes. So cannabis use here in Spain, not legal, but decriminalised. One here from DF, hashish smugglers. Personally, I like hashish and don't agree with violent apprehension of smugglers as it is not a dangerous drug. However, even I have to acknowledge the danger if hashish was legalised. What activity would smugglers then undertake? Those people aren't going to go away. They will only find another activity. Yeah, DF, thanks for the comment and good question. What would these drug smugglers turn to if cannabis here in Spain suddenly became legal and their business dried up? Well, personally, I don't think that their market would dry up if cannabis became legal here in Spain. I think that there would be an illegal drug market that ran parallel to the legal drug market, and therefore those people would continue their smuggling activities. Because when you start putting the cost of regulation and taxes on things like cannabis, the price becomes expensive and people will always look for a cheaper alternative, as they have always done. But again, just my opinion. Let me know your opinion in the comment section below. One here from Paul, there are loads of Brits living here supposedly not paying taxes, hiding money or not reporting the money they have. It would be reasonably easy to track foreigners in the country, so why do the tax office or police not follow this up? This would give Spain extra income and stop people abusing this country. Yes, I am British, just fed up with people milking and bleeding the system. Yeah, Paul, thanks for the comment and some strong words there. Fed up with people here in Spain bleeding and milking the system. British people, as you point out there. And are there really that many people from the UK doing that type of thing here in Spain, not paying the taxes that they should? I'm surprised, but if you're not surprised, let me know in the comment section below your opinion on this. One here from Jose Antonio, my father is a shoemaker. He is 90 years old and still working. People hardly wear shoes these days, and most of the shoes nowadays are made to break in a way that is not worth fixing them. Yeah, Jose Antonio, thanks for the comment, and wow, 90 years old is your father, and he's still plying his trade as a shoemaker. We saw in yesterday's live stream that there is a problem with this profession here in Spain because there are no young people that want to take over the trade when the existing shoemakers retire, and people like your father are carrying on in the trade because they can't find anyone to replace them. However, not sure about the part in your comment where you say that hardly any people are wearing shoes anymore. That's not what I see. The majority of people that I see walking about still have shoes on their feet. But you are right when you say that they don't make shoes like they used to. The shoes that we buy nowadays are not made to last. A lot of people that buy shoes nowadays throw them away when they break rather than take them to a shoe repair shop. But in any case, it's sad to see trades like shoe repair slowly disappearing. And the final comment here from Jose, hello Stu from Murrieta, California, hoping to start the Camino del Norte in 2 weeks from Santander. Yeah, Jose, thanks for the comment, and I hope all goes well with your Camino here in Spain in a couple of weeks' time. Hopefully the weather's good and the Camino is not too crowded for you, because that's one of the biggest complaints that I'm hearing from people who have done the Camino in recent times. It's just too busy. People walking the different Caminos around Spain has become hugely popular in recent times, and this is fast becoming one of the most popular tourist activities in this country. So good luck with your walk and buen camino. On that note, I'm going to wrap the video up. Questions and comments, please leave them in the section below. If you have anything to add to the conversation today, please, the comment section is the place for you. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. I'll see you in the next one. Hasta luego.